Because the question is, why are you doing it? And you say, well, I don't know. I say, well, that's not a good answer. That's not the right answer. It's not allowed in our classroom. I don't know is not allowed. You know, you won't access that. You won't understand. You won't. Well, you're lazy. It's sloth, one of the deadly sins. Sloth. Hey, listen, I'm a sinner. Sloth is one of my big ones. Procrastination. You know, I'll think about it later. You know, I'll think about doing it tomorrow. I'll think about when I'm going to do it. But sloth, it's hard work. It's hard work to go say, why would I do it? I mean, why am I hurting? Why do I want to kill myself? I mean, what? First of all, you know, you can't do that. I mean, you can, but if the Hindus and the Buddhists and just about everybody is right, I mean, it may be all a big spell. It doesn't feel like it's a big spell. It feels like they're really telling us the truth, that if you do that to yourself, or the Dalai Lama, with all the good beings, the heroes on this planet, the ones that have conquered to some degree attachment and conquered the enemy, the spells and the thought processes that go on to do harm to oneself. If we believe in them, and why wouldn't you listen to them? I mean, nothing against anybody I'm about to name, but you know, why would you listen to Bill Gates and not the Dalai Lama, or President Obama and not the Dalai Lama, or George Bush, or any Republican or any Democrat? Why would you listen to anybody that hasn't proven themselves to be, to have worked on themselves? Why would you listen to them? They don't have you. I mean, instead of your mother, you listen to them instead of your mother. You listen to MTV instead of your mother. I understand it. I understand as a teenager that you have this need to rebel, and that's perfectly natural, and you should, because you are not your parents. You're not your mother, and you're not your father. And that's what the whole teenage thing is, breaking out of that and saying, I am me. Then you're in trouble. I mean, if you just play it safe and you just become them, well, you just keep the roles going from generation to generation, you just keep being the same programs over and over again. When you step out and you say, oh no, I'm going to do it my way, I am me, then the world kind of, that force, whatever it is, kind of comes after you. And it kind of, you seem like you're invincible, and that everything is, you can do anything. And the world slams you to the ground, steps on you, and sticks you with its pitchfork or whatever it is, and you wake up and you say, oh God, I guess I'm not so invincible. But you know, we have to work through that, because yes, you're invincible. You know, they can kill you, but they can't eat you. If they do eat you, they can't eat you, because you're not your body. We are these great, incredibly spirits. We are invincible, actually. It's just, it's all how you understand it, how you want to look at it. We are invincible. But our actions are accountable. We're accountable for our behavior. So if we hurt ourselves, we're accountable. The body never forgets. It's like an elephant. The body doesn't forget anything you do to it. There will be atonement. This is not Dante's Inferno I'm talking about. This is like experiential, that you can check this out. Go drink a fifth of whiskey and talk to me tomorrow morning about how your body feels and what it wants to do to you. Keep doing that, and let's see what your liver says to you later. I mean, we know this stuff. We know this. Everybody knows this. You know, even children know it. So going around giving endless admonitions, you know, it was like Shivananda, one of these gurus, Hindu gurus, and somebody had said to him, so Swamiji, or whatever they call him, tell us what we can say to our children to stop them from being murderers and thieves, and to help them be moral. And he said, you can't say anything. There's nothing you can say. You can talk to them till you're blue in the face. Teach them to know themselves. Teach them to meditate. Teach them to be aware of their thoughts and feelings. You know? Teach them awareness of themselves, observation. You know, you can do moralistic judging, and we do. And I think it's necessary. I don't know. I think it is. I did. It was done to me. I did it to my daughter. But we also taught her meditation. Taught her to know herself. Taught her to pay attention to the thoughts and the feelings that were tied into certain actions, the consequences, you know. We don't get these consequences till we're 24, when the frontal lobes connect. But so as parents, we are the frontal lobes. We're the frontal lobes for our children. We are there to take the heat and to say, if you do this and if you do that, this is going to happen. Well, how do you know? How do you know? You just, and you don't say shut up. Sometimes you do, and you have to take it back. But you just say, because I am the father, maybe you'll explain it, but you are the frontal lobes. But it seems that we go into these patterns that have been going on forever. You did not create the pattern of depression. You didn't create it, that's all. It's been always here. You're just kind of hooking into it. Why are you hooking into it? Well, because what you wanted to happen didn't happen. What you didn't want to happen, happened. And so now you're depressed. And now you want to kill yourself. And the thing is that if you do that, if you decide to go that route, then you're doing extreme violence and hatred and this awful act. If the Buddhists and the Hindus are right, and why would you want to chance that? That puts you into a worse place than you are now. And why would you want to hurt somebody so lovely as you? And the reason why you don't think you're lovely is because you're looking at the enemies, you're using the enemy's mind again. It's a mind full of judgments. All it does is judge. You know what the Lord's Prayer is, judge not. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Judge not lest ye be judged. I mean, it's the judging mind of the enemy, judging us that we're no good. Do a process, sit down and say, okay, so I failed, I've lost my house, my family's left me. All right, so I really screwed up. Anybody else ever do that in your life that you ever know of? That turned it around and made it a success? Thousands, hundreds, probably millions of people. Probably in the course of history, it's all the stories are endless with that. And did it feel good to them? No. Does it feel good to you? No, it doesn't feel good. It feels horrible. You feel horrible. You feel depressed. Allow yourself to be depressed. There's a time limit. Don't let yourself be depressed eternally. If you're clinically depressed, in other words, it's more of a chemical thing happening, then you need to see a doctor, get some help. But you don't want to stay on medication. You want to go to you want to do meditation, not medication. You may need medication. It's okay, because sometimes we're swinging so far that something has to stop us, and salts and things like that. We do that. You may even have to take them for a while. But if you put meditation with medication, if you sit still and know yourself, go within inside, just follow your breathing. Just observe the thought patterns, observe the feelings, the sensations in the body, the pain. How when you sit still, how different parts of your body start to react, and how you have aversion to that, you don't want that. Or sometimes when you practice a long time, how you have these wonderful feelings. You have a euphoria, and you want that. And that's not okay either, because I want to keep it. Well, that's okay, I understand you want it. It won't last. Oh yes, no, this will last. No, it won't. It won't last. It'll change. It'll go from euphoria into horrible depression. That's the way it usually happens. You swing in the pendulum. That's why the Buddha was trying to say the idea is the middle path, which is serenity, calmness, peacefulness. But you can't force it. You can't live a fake life and put a smiley face on. And when people say things that bother you and you're reacting, you say, no, it's okay, I'm fine, everything's fine, yeah, no problem. These are lies. In truth, you could get there, but only through practice, through bringing the truth out and say, yeah, that really upset me, what you said upset me, and I'm very angry about it. I have to go think about this, I have to go work on myself now. I'll go take a cool down, I'll go take a cold shower, I'll go throw the tarot, I'll throw the I Ching, I'll consult the Bible, I'll do whatever I have to do to bring my mind back into balance.